community members who will not have feedback for some reason. I don't know if Angela told you. Oh, there we go. We actually are starting to open up like an elevator pitch at the end of the meetings for people to share actual token engineering work, because we've been focusing so much on the admin of the TEC. So we want to give a chance to like preview some of the proposals that people will be submitting for funding to the TEC. So we'd love to invite you to participate in that. Angela's going today for our first run. Thanks, Angela, for volunteering. And yeah, Sheb, I'll write you, but we can schedule you in whenever you have some time. That way you can present to the community in a couple of minutes elevator pitch and preview some of the type of projects we would like to fund.
Very cool. And I think everyone needs to mute when they're not speaking. There's this echo.
Yep. I think Angela and Matteo need to mute. Livia needs to mute. Just mute if you can, because it's better that way. Anyway, well, you know how it is with these calls. We have so much to do and so little time, so let's just get this party started. We've been doing the same thing every week as the intro for the last couple of weeks. Let's keep it rolling. The praise intro. So this is the moment where you get to dish praise verbally instead of having to type it on the, if you have the praise power. You can always go to the TE Praise Telegram room and dish praise. And if you like getting praised, I would strongly recommend that you join TE Praise in Telegram. If you just type TE Praise in the search bar of Telegram, you can join the room, and then it's really easy to dish you praise. And also, if you want to dish praise more officially, there's an onboarding process for that. Just ping me or any community steward, and eventually it'll go to me, and we'll get you onboarded. So I'll model. So this week I want to dish special praise to Santi for really taking on the legal working group full steam. We had a couple of hack sessions, and I'm loving how it's shaping up, and he's even leading the organization on GitHub for the working groups. So really impressive work, and really fun working with you. I will pass it to Juan.
Thanks, Griff. Hello, everyone. I would like to praise Septimus, because he's always in every call recording, and I think that he has a very big scope on what everyone is doing. So it's very important, like to hear how he joins the dots. And yeah, and I'll pass to Livia.
Thanks, Juan. I would like to praise Jess today, because we've been having such a good work and personal flow together. I think we always put in an effort to make it human and to make it cozy, and I really appreciate that. And I'll pass to Shabnan.
Cool. Like, there are just too many people to praise. Do I have to pick one? I just praise. I praise Jess for waking up so early and picking up the surprise epilogue chapter of Token and A Hitchhiker's Guide. I praise Angela for rocking the Token Engineering Academy with the ecosystem value flows in every single participant, and Michelle, especially. Like, it's been an intense 2 weeks with the Token Engineering Academy and anything that comes up after. So thank you all. And I give it to Angela.
All right. Thanks, Shabnam. I'd like to dish praise to Griff. I had the chance to watch the recording for the stakeholder insights. You know, the interview you did with Eli and Dulce and Jonas. And I never had the chance to listen to you in this way. And it was so passionate about the common good and how this needs to be done that I felt immediately, whoa, this is so cool. And thank you for this energy and for just not stopping and keep going and pushing it through. That's amazing. I'll pass it on to Vivi.
Hey guys, I guess I'll praise dish. This is what we're doing. I'll praise some dish to Rayanne that submitted a pull request this week for the converter app that we'll demo today. So I'll praise some dish to him and for contributing to the project. And I'll pass it to Rayanne also.
Hi guys. I actually wanted to praise Sam and Vivi both because they've been taking this mentorship role for me as I'm new and I'm still learning a lot. It has been very eye-opening to see how everything flows around here. So yeah, it really keeps me going and gives me motivation. And I'll give it next to Zeptimus.
Hello. I want to praise actually two persons. Is that correct? Well, I guess. Yeah, awesome. I want to praise Jess because on the Heroes chat, she makes me feel very, very comfortable. And I also want to praise Juan because he started a new working group and that's very awesome. Sorry I didn't record that call, but that was awesome. And I think he's doing very, very good job leading that group. And I'll pass it to Sam.
Hello. This week I would like to praise Fior and also Vivian for doing an excellent job on the converter. We will see that today. I think that I don't keep track of the people. Maybe Paulo.
Yes. I would like to praise everyone that worked on the converter this week. And I'm really excited to see it later in this meeting. So yeah. I don't know who should I pick.
Okay, it's getting hard now, but I'm keeping track. So I'll pass it to Jess.
Great.
Hey everybody, hope you're having a beautiful day so far. I really want to praise Septimus. Whenever he speaks, I smile. And he's been just doing so much recording and got the library going. And he's just holding it down and has such a lovely energy. Also want to praise Juan, our new community steward. Thank you so much for taking on responsibility and holding the community. And Shebnem for the book, and who else? Angelic Academy. I could keep going. Shem, everyone. And I will pass to Cuarta Julio.
Hi, I will praise Ivan because I have to, in the role of my being a social scientist, as him, and we are a rare space here. So. And joking aside, thank you for all the work. And I will praise Angela Griff, remember your name, your Griff, yeah, and Livia and Jessica because you are always there, and it's great to have people of reference to always know they are there. Thank you.
I'll pass it for you to Juan. Oh no, I passed to Juan already. I'll pass it to Santi.
Mateo too.
I want to praise three people real quick. I want to praise Sam for helping me on the graph. Just a little sentence was enough for me to be able to jump in and get some queries. I want to praise Griff for helping me hatching the legal document this afternoon. And I want to praise ABC XD, this new member that just joined, I think, last week or 2 weeks ago. And I've been seeing him around in several meetings. So it's nice to see how he's trying to suck as much information as possible from every single meeting and get up to speed soon. And I'll pass it to Craig.
Oh, Craig, we can't hear you. Keep trying. Okay. We'll come back. We'll come back. Pass it to ABCXD.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm basically being a sponge right now. I want to dish some praise to Jessica and Livia for helping me out. I still need to get in touch with them to plan on how to improve the onboarding. Yeah, I'll pass it to someone who didn't speak yet. Soul's sister? I don't know.
Oh, Soul Sister already spoke.
Sorry.
Oh, how about Fate? Fabian.
Hey everyone. Yeah, I wanna do this praise to Sam this time. No matter, I know he's really busy, but no matter what, he always find a spot to make a call and explain whatever I need. So yeah, that's all.
Cool. Let's pass it to Aiden.
Sick. Hey everyone, I'm just sitting in for Sean today, so I don't really have a lot of context to what I should do. He just wanted me to take notes because he's actually on his way to Vancouver to come meet me today, so it's awesome to be in here. I've heard lots of good things.
Nice. Well, then let's give Craig a second chance. Craig? Oh, we just lost Craig. So then let's go with Fabi.
I talked already.
Oh, man, how did I miss that? How about Mateo?
Sure. Hi everyone, this is my first general talking here, even though I've been in the shadows with grief and so many faces in here. Juanca introduced me to his work group on the conflict resolutions, so I will praise him for that because he has made an amazing work, and Septimus as well, because I've been working in the first chat 2 days ago with them about that. So the progress in there is really amazing, and I want to be helping in that aspect as much as I can. So thanks everyone, and I hope to meet you all in some way eventually. I don't know who could be next.
It's getting really tough right now. Let's pass it to Vasily.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so I can praise like Angela and Sebdem. I think people I'm more close with in like terms of job. So yeah, I think they're like the latest batch of like educational academy. It is really cool. So I was on this like pitch session, and there are some great projects. And I think that this second batch is like an upgrade of the first one, and you did incredibly big job working with such teams, a lot of teams, a lot of people, and really complex system designs. I think it is really cool. So thank you, Angela. Thank you, Samuel, and I hope that some of these projects, will go to the practical side and deliver to the market and make something big. And of course, the next batch of value flows will be even bigger. Thank you.
Nice. And Ruben, you want to praise anybody?
Yeah, I want to praise Dani, Livia, Jessica, and Griff, and also Angela for helping me around the Prime DAO partnership, and Angela sharing the last recording of the CatCat session, which was very insightful.
Nice. And I think our last one is Marina. If someone else, I missed you, please pop in. But Marina, do you want to praise anybody?
Hi. I want to praise Angela for this time, and Sebnem and Mikhail for organizing this Token Engineering Academy I was a part of, and it was very insightful.
Great. Thank you so much. Did I miss anyone? Okay, we're going to go on. So if you haven't, oh yeah? What?
I just unmuted myself. I jumped in a few minutes later. I hope my mic is working.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's working.
All right, super happy to be here. I just got up. You made me get out of bed for this. I wanna praise Shabnam and Jess. Shabnam because I've been working with her and really appreciate all the stuff that we've been going through, and Jess because she showed me some of her older writing and it was really amazing, impressive.
And I want to praise you for I want to praise you, Fabian, for having the go with all the say. No, I still need your praise. Thank you, man. Okay, so I'm sharing screen, and we're going to do what we always do, which is just go through the agenda. The notes are up in the general channel, and I'm sure someone can repost these if you haven't had them. Definitely get in here so you can click all the cool links. The first thing I want to do is just get updates on the actual roadmap. I think it's here. Yes. So just an update for people who haven't been around. We started this project in July, and we have done a really good job of actually sticking to the roadmap. In July and August, we spent a lot of time going over what is the mission, the vision, the values of the TEC, and how do we want to actually kick this project off and work together. We made initial agreements and incentive designs around impact hours and all of these things. And after a few months of just getting everything set up, now the pins are set up so we can knock them down, and we're starting to break into working groups. So working groups have already had their first iteration and have really gotten solid. And now the initial working groups are kind of restarting because their mission has evolved. And a bunch of new working groups have already started that you'll be introduced to today. So we actually did lose a week this week. We didn't do a great job of asynchronously reviewing the vision, mission, and values. We didn't get enough feedback on that. So we want to do that again this week, as well as the dev team. We're probably a little bit behind a week because we had some XDI problems. So we're just going to move everything back another week. I still think we can get everything launched by December. But the big mission this week is to spend time reviewing the vision, mission, and values and code of conduct, and making sure that the stuff we came up with in August actually is still relevant, and that we all feel that it doesn't need too many more improvements. Or maybe it does, and so we can dive in and actually start working on it. And then the other big thing this week is for all the working groups to start organizing the work that needs to be done and get a roadmap over in GitHub. Like the legal working group will really show off their initial work. So this roadmap that's left here is really more of the tech roadmap because that's what I can follow. There are other roadmaps for all the working groups, and those will be developed hopefully this week. And then, but as far as the tech is concerned, we believe we can still launch this bad boy in late December, with the big milestone being on November 19th, where we have a full second round test deployment. So that way everyone can go in, do a hatch, play with the bonding curve, vote on conviction voting, maybe even change some parameters with dandelion voting. So that's the roadmap. And just a reminder, the purpose of this call is not to really discuss proposals or brainstorm improvements. It's just to show off the work that was done this week. And if you have any proposals or action steps that you think the TEC Commons needs to get done, if you go to this last down here, there are some places where you can put action items for the week. Just capture your thoughts here. Feel free to write in this document good ideas, right? So cool. And then I guess I will just keep the mic and go into the work for the tech spec. So it's been a pretty cool week. If you want to see the manifesto right here, you can see what we're working on and our plans. The big thing here is that the Garden Swarm actually got funding. We have we have there is a forum post here, and it actually got executed. So the Garden Swarm DAO has 50 honey to start paying dev work. And Sem, I don't know if you want to say anything about if people want to get involved in developing to help the Garden Swarm out, what the best way is to engage.
Yeah, sure. Well, actually, it's a we are still not prepared to engage with new people, but please, if you want to engage, let's see how we can meet each other. I mean, the group of people that already are in the Garden Swarm are still organizing ourselves. But if you would like to say hi and would like to participate, there is a panel in the Discord, and please tell us, and maybe we can find ways in which new developers can learn about what is going on with the TEC template. At the moment, it's, as I say, it's a bit difficult to enter because there is not so much documentation, and we are already having trouble into making working together the few people that we already are. But I would like to make a community around the technology of the TEC. I guess that this is the place.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think that's the main thing is like JV did here. He reached out in Discord, and even though we might not be ready to and organized to bring you in right now, we're working on it. So hopefully this week and next week, just if you want to jump in, message us on Discord, and then we'll figure it out soon. So next big piece to talk about is the forum. The tech spec is moving a lot of our information to forum, and we have the Rinkeby deployment hatch discussion thread where we discuss what happened in the hatch that you guys played with and the details around the different choices that we have to make when we're designing this hatch. So there's actually one more that Santi helped me put, the hatch tribute, so I will link this very soon. And you can go into a deep dive here on any of the hatch parameters and look at the questions that we have to ask and understand the different parameters of this hatch. And also, I'm not going to link to it, but we are organizing on GitHub and getting there. So if you want to help with the tech spec, GitHub is going to be the place, but probably next week. And Vivian, would you like to show off? I don't know if you can share your screen and you can show off what you guys have been working on this week.
Yeah, sure. I can share my screen. Can you guys see my screen?
No, not yet.
Let me try it again.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Okay.
It's still loading. Oh, we're in.
Hi everyone. I'm Viviane. I'm a member from the tech spec. Before jumping in the demo that we will show everyone today, that it's the converter app, I'd like to review what happened this last week. So we had 4 proposals submitted to the TechPot. All of them passed, and you guys were able to get a reward for the work done. That was really cool. And right now we will enter a new task phase. In this phase, conviction voting, we start from scratch. So all the proposals made until now won't be there anymore. And the new is we will be able to buy and sell TestTech tokens with TEDI tokens during the week. And we'll do this trade inside a converter we cloned from Aragon. That is this web app that I'm showing you guys. Fiore did the design based in Marco's design system, and I coded it. We'd like to have a functioning web app to demonstrate how this process would work, like how you guys could put in some value and actually convert the two tokens, TEC and XDAI. But because of some technical problems, we won't be able to have a full demo. But I'm sharing my screen now, and I can show you our progress until this moment. This is a live version. And so to do these transactions, you would need to connect your account to MetaMask. And this is actually in mainnet right now. So let me just a moment. Push. I don't know. Can you show your screen, Sam? Because I don't know why my MetaMask isn't connecting.
Okay, I can share my screen.
And while he's setting up his share screen, if you guys have any questions, let's do it async in the doc. Write it in the notes doc under this section, and we'll answer that straight in the doc because we do have a lot of stuff to cover.
Okay, the idea of this application is to convert XDAI into TEC and at the inverse, from TEC to XDAI. It's the front end of the bonding curve. So we will have in some way, we will have one interface for conviction voting and another one for the bonding curve. So, for example, if we have I don't know 200 XDAI, we'll be able to convert them to TEC, and also in the inverse sense, if we have TEC, for example, 200, we will be able to convert them into XDAI. That's the idea of that application. And as Vivian was saying, it is based on Aragon Convert. They were using it to convert between ANT and ANG for the Aragon court. And we took the same application and made it a little bit more like TEC. And yeah, we guess that it will be available to test very soon. But as Vivian was saying, it has been we had a little bit of problems in order to deploy the contracts, and we could not. The demo is not yet available, but this is how it will look like.
Cool. So then, just so you guys know, we are going to try to deploy this week. And it will be on XDAI, and you will be able to use real money to buy worthless tokens. So my suggestion is that you try to play with $1 if you want to lose it, or what you can do is you can put the money in there, and then you can make a proposal on conviction voting and try to get it back if people vote on actually giving it back to you. But don't expect any money that you use on this application. It's going to be, we're testing in prod. Expect to lose it. Okay. With that being said, let's pass it. Oh yeah. Any notes, any questions that you guys have about this, feel free to type it in the notes doc or even post it on the forum or ask it in Discord. And we will definitely try to get back to you. Jess, do you want to take it on present comms?
Speaking of communications, maybe we want to put like a red alert on the interface, like you can use real money, but don't put it in unless you want it to go to the TEC Commons pool or something, but we can talk about that later. That was fantastic. I'm constantly blown away by the tech team and how fast they're iterating on everything. I feel like we have this like vision in our mind and so fast it's becoming reality, and it's really cool to see the developments there. And also Vivi, you're doing some amazing work on the front end, and design looks great. So thanks for sharing that. I'm going to share my screen now, and it's going to be pretty quick. Comms was super blasting to just get up all of the platforms within a couple of weeks. So now we're taking a step back to kind of regroup, look at writing a few pieces to communicate some of the things looking ahead, but I'll go ahead now, and if everyone can see, the main thing I'd like to do today is take a moment, if you haven't, to show our Twitter a little bit of love. We have 48 followers now. Woohoo! But I hope to be ramping up a little more on the efforts of communication, and also I would like to be retweeting some of your work. So if there's anything that you think that the TEC should be tweeting about, even other projects that's interesting for topics for discussion, anything on Commons, any news or cool tweets you see, please drop them in the TEC Comms channel, and I would love your help to kind of get a little more content than just shilling our own work, and maybe start engaging there. So would love your help to just like jump on right now if you have a minute on @TechMNS, Tech Commons, and follow us, and then tweet me or send me a message in the comms channel if you think there's any thing that would be interesting to be sharing here on our channel. The next thing is, Griff already showed it, but yeah, we've got the forum going, and haven't even checked in like 1 or 2 days, and I'm blown away by all the conversations happening there. So this is a really great place that, you know, on Telegram and Discord, it's pretty full, but if you want to have a particular discussion about a topic and get feedback from the community, you can make a post or engage here and help us to develop some of these ideas for the token. Or if you want to just, Shem shared some really cool playlists. I said, hey, we started talking about music. I need some music. I really want to start a music thread in the cafe because I would love to get some Spotify music sharing going for all of this work we're doing, to have some tunes. And then the next thing is YouTube. So in case you miss a meeting, or if you're interested to dive deeper in some of the topics, I wanted to say Humberto, he's not able to join this call, but I did a little walkthrough to kind of test onboarding materials for the conviction voting here. And I would love it if some people had said it was a little long. Any feedback you have on the video walkthroughs that I did would be appreciated. And then I wanted to shout out and praise Humberto for doing en español. Was so cool to see. And the other thing is, we are working here on our website. Right now, it's like, I want to praise Manu for driving this. We have a meeting to push it forward. We're hoping to have the website finished in the next, I'd say, week to week and a half. But it is up and we are working on it, and it looks pretty cool and vaporwave-ish. So yeah, that's happening, and we'll have that launch when it's finished. And then, oh yeah, I guess this was the conviction voting that I was playing with. So that's pretty much it. We have our calls every Tuesday. If you're interested to help us communicate, if you have any feedback, if something is not clear, maybe some people don't know everything about conviction voting. So if there's any other topics that you would like to see some materials about, and then we will, once we talk to lawyers about protecting everybody for participating in the hatch, have some materials coming out about how the hatch is going to go down, how, you know, you're also can get C-Stack tokens and some other things. So that's what's going on, and I will pass. Oh, the last part, which is a good segue into SoftGov, is we also did some work surrounding discussing what the rewards will look like post-hatch. So right now we have the praise system, so it's up to the community. So we'd really love your feedback. So that's a good segue to Livia and SoftGov, who is actually leading this initiative, but Comms has been collaborating on how everybody would like to be rewarded once we hatch. Livy.
Thanks, Jess. Okay, so So in the world of SoftGov, we moved from the first iteration of the working group to the second one, and so much happened in the first one that it's really beautiful to see all this work. And I want to praise all of the participants of the SoftGov working group. We have the wiki going on, and we'll work on improving that this week. And the conflict management from Juan took its own turn on becoming its own working group. And what Angela proposed, like the meetings that we were having to onboard people, they went really well, and we'll start experimenting with new formats now that were proposed, like to have some labs of maybe we have one day to explain the bonding curve, one day to onboard people into the cultural build, one day to, so we have this like different topics to onboard people into, and different people can lead this initiative. So if you would like to lead a lab explanation, please reach out. Let's organize and promote so we can get more people understanding everything we're doing. So let me share my screen quick. So for the second iteration of this working group, we're working on implementing Ostrom's principles, because we had a lot of data and a lot of ideas in the mural board. And now we're trying to organize into, okay, what are the 8 principles and what we need to implement each one of them. So you can jump into this document, and I put here some notes for what we need more inputs on how to identify what are the rules, because the rules are self-emerging and they're coming from the collective. So it's very important that multiple people can help us recognize what are the rules of our system, and we can document them and better communicate that way. So yeah, there are a few notes here that you can engage with, and please do. So we're meeting every Tuesday at 7 p.m. CET, right after the comms call, and hacking on this. So the last call we worked on what Jess was talking about, that is the automation and reward systems, roles, and research. So we had a lot of ideas. We thought about implementing Source Cred to experiment with that. So I created an issue here that both Daiti, Santi, and also Mateo said they want to help Jess with achieving this, with implementing Source Cred. And since it is something a bit complicated, it's very important that we create like a step-by-step on how to go about this. So you guys can jump into this issue, and I'll make sure, Griff, I don't know how to add people to GitHub, but we can work on that later, and then you guys can assign yourselves here and work into this issue. And then next things I wanted to call for action is that, as Griff was saying, we have a review of the mission, vision, and values that went a little under our expectations of how much we wanted people to interact with it. So I prepared a GitHub issue for whoever wants to take that initiative. That can be a very creative, fun project of how to prepare an interactive session to hack on the mission, vision, and values, because there's so many new people and we want to have your inputs on the direction we're going. So at first, we use this mural board that looks very intimidating, but you can all prepare something from here and use a blank space if you prefer. And then the next thing is updating the onboarding guide. And Tom, we talked this week about hacking into this, so I also made an issue for that, and it would be good if we can prepare time and jump on it, and whoever also wants to help updating the onboarding guide, making it pretty, making it easier to understand. It's really valuable to hear how was your experience being onboarded, so we can make it better for whoever is joining. And yeah, I think that's it for us. Oh yeah, and there's a book club that it's being organized. There is a channel, there's a server on Discord that Griff sent me yesterday that is DAO Book Club, and I'm talking with them. I'll have a meeting on Monday, so we can discuss a partnership there, and they have a Pinvala grant that would be great if we can also use. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and we'll have Governing the Commons Book Club soon. And I'll pass to Juan.
Thanks, Livia. I would like everyone to read the working group manifesto that in the document says Gravity Manifesto, and it summarizes 4 points where we are working on the conflict management proposal. Also, I want to announce the Discord channel that it's very new, but the information on what we're doing is there, the links, and like I put some images to like simplify the ideas. And my call to action is to jump into the Miro board of soft governance and collaborate in the graduate sanctions board. Actually, it's very simple. I just put some like colored notes for light colors for small conflicts and red color for big conflicts, and also like suggested sanctions with also colors. So I would like, to have some of the input of everyone into this. And I think that's it. Okay, the other thing, we have our first call on Monday. It wasn't recorded, and we want to have the second call, but we are gonna have it on Tuesdays, as on Mondays some people couldn't assist. So that's basically it. You can see the channel, and if you want to collaborate, there is the roadmap, and every feedback is well received. It's the channel with the dog. And with that, I pass to Santi with the legal working group.
Thank you. You guys hear me? Hello?
Yep. We hear you great, Santi.
Can you guys hear me? Okay, all right.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, we just launched legal. We just launched the legal working group last Friday. With a few of us joined. We started at all the legal aspects of our TE Commons. Basically, what we're gonna do, we're gonna analyze the two phases: the hatching phase initially and funding curve. Association.
Did you get?
You still hear me?
I lost you for a second, but I don't know if it's my bad internet.
I can't hear you either.
Okay, maybe Livia, can you stop sharing your screen, and hopefully that'll help.
Oops,
Okay, I'm here now.
Yeah,
okay.
You're here.
Okay, so we, as I was telling you, there's two focus that we're gonna be in. One is the hatch phase of the project, and then the other one is the post-hatch when we're going to be dealing with the bonding curve. We're going to work with the experts to see the best way to deal with the legal aspects. Although when we mention legal, it may seem that we are going to jump into the real world, but don't worry, we're in crypto and we're going to analyze legal the crypto way. But still, we have to figure out and really know what we are dealing with here. So basically, we meet every Friday at 4 p.m. Central European Time. You're all welcome to join. The meetings are here on Discord. There's also the legal channel here that you can join. And on the document, you will see the legal working group manifesto that you can follow. We've started working on GitHub. We've created the issues today, and we're starting to create our board that you can follow, and that's going to be our working space here. So whoever wants to join tomorrow, you guys are welcome, and that's basically about it. So I'll pass it to Greg here.
Hello. Can you hear me?
We can.
Hear me. That's brilliant. Keep my cursing down then. I will be brief. I am on mobile, the park, and I'm battling dueling leaf blowers.
Uh-oh. Well, we were hearing you very well, Craig, but now we don't.
Nothing.
Okay, well, oh, you're back.
So brief to brief.
Oh no.
Still have
Yeah,
me?
yeah, keep going.
That's cool.
Keep going.
Cool. So I will be following up both in the notes document that Griff is tendering right now, as well as in the general Discord, the onboarding Discord channel with links, et cetera. I just took sort of the lead role a couple days ago, and I'm getting active on all the various platforms within the onboarding working group. We would love to have your participation and ideas. So just keep an eye out for activities on all the various platforms, the forum, GitHub, Discord, and yeah, I'll just leave it right there. And I did earlier this morning post the onboarding working group manifesto in the Telegram TE Commons channel. So have a look there and get into that document and add your name to the member section if you're interested in participating and contributing. And I will leave it there and follow up with links after this meeting. Thanks.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the magic that the onboarding working group can come up with. They did an amazing job, thanks to Angela's work with the TE Academy, setting everything up. And now we have like a whole really good background there. They made a lot of content, and I haven't had access to it yet. So, Craig, if you can get them to post their video about the TEC that they sent to Angela. Man, we would love to see it.
Yeah, you should definitely.
In that note, yeah, and Angela, one of the things that we're going to start doing is every week during this call, we're going to bring the focus back to token engineering public goods, and probably the most impactful token engineering public good that is in action right now is Angela's Academy, which has been a huge boom for the token engineering space. And so we wanted to use this space while we have everyone's attention to give her a chance to really talk about what she could do with some extra funding for the Academy and how the Academy is going. Go ahead, Angela.
Yeah, I'll share some images from our last course. Wait, to give you at least a flavor. Damn, where is it? Oh no. Is it this one? Wait. Okay, have troubles in sharing, but no worries. I'll tell you anyways. So the Academy was started as, since we noticed over the last month and years that we have really brilliant thought leaders and people in the space like block science, like Trend, like people working on cryptoeconomics in Vienna, who are pioneering this field. But then almost every single week, people are approaching us and say, okay, we need somebody to help us with our token design. We see, okay, we are missing the future token engineers, and probably we not only need meetups or documentation, Medium articles, we need kind of a more structured education. And as a test run, we just tried a first course in July. We put this together with Shebnem as a side project, basically. And okay, how could the early stage ecosystem value flows design look like? What tools would be necessary, and how can we create a mental model? And this was super successful. We had a lot of applications for our first group of students, first cohort of around 20 people. And now, based on that, we are now continuously offering these courses again, like the Ecosystem Value Flows course, who took place again in now October. This was the cohort mentioned. This was a 3 weeks part-time course with, on a side note, really great results. If you want to get a picture of this early stage, check out the video Griff mentioned, because one of the projects we had there, we had 7 projects in total. So we want to have the students working on practical cases. And one of them was TE Commons. And it's a great opportunity to get a picture of what's going on in this course. And also, what's the value for the total community? Because what we realized, even after the first course, it's really valuable to have an education layer if you want to establish such a new discipline like token engineering. We know that this is a multidisciplinary area, so we have people with great backgrounds we need to onboard, like systems engineering, complex systems, like economics, smart contracts, of course, like the legal, but also the ethical layer of new token systems. And to create opportunities to work together, to learn a shared language, to use shared tools like the stocks and flows, so translating a token systems into flows of value to prepare the next step of simulations was a big topic in the first course. And then having these shared language available is sparking off a lot of joint activity that we need. For example, now there's a new study group established for cat simulations, working on their own projects, starting with building own models. Second, a study group around, we have the opportunity to work together with Ocean Protocol, digesting and analyzing their token system, and starting from there, come up with new research questions, and collaborating with a Balancer here as well to see the new opportunities in data pools, data token pools. And so the big opportunity for Academy activities here is creating the fundamentals of a shared understanding, enable more and more people to become token engineers, establish this new field in crypto so that projects can leverage the work we are doing here, can leverage the groundwork we are trying to create with TE Commons, and to bring it to the projects. And also, to be honest, to create great job opportunities, because projects realize that they need this kind of domain experts. And they are, as mentioned, they are reaching out to us every single week. And I think this is like similar to if you're a smart contract developer, if you're a token engineer, skilled token engineer, this is a great opportunity as well to make it your professional occupation. And last but not least, this is sparking off, coming from the courses, this is sparking off a lot of collaboration for future like models, like simulations, like building blocks that are not relevant for only one project, but for many projects to come. And certainly, we are already thinking about, okay, what could be an academy proposal. I very much like the idea of, okay, it's not about for TE Commons to fund. This is not about fund a new institution like an academy. It's rather about fund new dissemination of knowledge. So we are tinkering around what is a good proposal when it comes to education, TE Commons and education, how to integrate it to the general picture of TE Commons, and how to come up with really innovative rewards when it comes to creating and disseminating knowledge via education. And yeah, this is why I can't wait for the TE Commons to be launched, and then also to maybe come up with a new standard for Commons education. That's it. Please join the Token Engineering Academy channel if you're interested in the study groups, and happy to share whatever you might be interested in when it comes to courses and education.
Fantastic, Angela. Well, I think Griff dropped.
Awesome.
I hope he comes
That's super
back.
exciting.
Are you back, Griff? I think Griff is having some problems with his internet. But Angela, thank you so much for sharing. Griff, can we hear you? He's in Ecuador in Vilcabamba in the mountains, so perhaps the internet is a bit wonky there. But I guess, yeah, I mean, this is something that we wanted to try out and we'll be doing every week to feature a project or work that is happening that could be submitting a proposal and focus again. I mean, it's so easy to get caught up on DAOing to DAO, as Griff says, and kind of like the admin of setting up the hatch and all these things. But the real reason of why we're here is to create an economy around the public goods of token engineering, and ultimately to accelerate building the tools that Commons can use to solve some of the world's biggest problems. I think sometimes we get so, I'm thinking about one tweet, but really the work that we're doing is trying to figure out how we can coordinate and scale coordination to meet these SDG impact development goals. And the world's on fire. We need solutions, and we need to be able to coordinate and have the mechanisms to coordinate. So I think coming back to that, why are we here, and the purpose will help to continue to motivate us to show up every day and keep doing what we're doing, because it is important, the work that we're doing. And also the research and development coming out of token engineering and CAD, for example, there's a new model that's going to be released, creating markets around meeting impact goals. And it's really exciting stuff, but we have to take it out of the deep, dark math robot hole and communicate and educate on all the various layers, because it is very multidimensional and multidisciplinary, as you said, Angela. So we are coming to the end. So I would have one more request. I would love it if whoever is willing could turn on their camera and we can do like a little group smile photo, so that we can have, because we are a virtual community, we can't take a nice photo together. But if you want to stay anonymous, that's fine. I will say I would use this image maybe sometimes for communications. So if you're open, if everyone can turn on their cameras, fix their hair, or hold a sandwich, can be funny. And I'll just do a little countdown and we can smile. And it's actually video, so I'll be taking a screenshot. So if everybody does that, who's willing to just pop on your camera, and we can get a nice little happy image of our virtual community and tribe, and hopefully someday we can meet together but it's feeling very warm in here, even though we're all in different parts of the world. So yeah, I'm not sure. I'll give it just another like 30 seconds to fix your hair. Make sure you don't have parsley in your teeth. You know, put down your joint, whatever. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Put down your, put down your whatever, coffee. Hold your coffee. Okay, wow. Maybe I shouldn't have said that last one. There's no censoring here. We're fully transparent in the TEC. Okay, so I'm just gonna like count down. Let's see, on the count of 3, smile, do your pose. 1. Oh, I'm so sad Griff's not here. We might have to do this again. 1, 2, 3. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. It's hard. I try to grab like a good YouTube thing and then everybody's doing weird stuff. So thanks so much. Livy, did you want to say anything to wrap or anyone else since we're on the dot?
Griff is here, by the way. Thank you. That was amazing. Thanks everyone for coming.
Yeah, thank you, Jess, for covering for me. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Say hi
Bye,
to
everyone.
Praise to get your praise.
Bye-bye.
If you haven't.